Before we get to the basketball, I saw the shirt you wore to the game, and body cam footage from George Floyd's arrest went public today. First of all, if you've seen it, what reaction or emotions did it stir in you? And if you haven't seen it, what message were you hoping to send by wearing "The World Is Watching" on your shirt?
I have not seen the video yet, Dave, but I intend to watch it. But at the end of the day, I was thinking about the other day when we played the Raptors, and we kneeled for two national anthems, and I think it was a little bit over 4 minutes, and we actually as a unit, as a team, had to switch our knees over from one knee to the other knee because they started to get sore. Started to kind of start hurting a little bit, and that's just a little over 4 minutes. And you think about 8 minutes and 46 seconds, of an officer having his knee in someone's throat for that long. Video or no video, it doesn't matter. No one deserved to lose their life when it could have been prevented, from what I've seen and from what the world has seen. So, that's what the T-shirt is all about, is the world is watching. Everyone knows the time. Everyone knows what's going on. You saw all the, great protests that went on, throughout the whole world, supporting us here in America, but more importantly, supporting George Floyd and his family. So that's what it was about.
LeBron, transitioning to tonight, what did Anthony do differently tonight, and what did you feel like he brought mindset-wise after the game against the Raptors, where he was being double-teamed? Did you feel like he came with a different sort of mission tonight?
Yeah, he was just very aggressive from the beginning. Even though he was missing some of his looks early on, he was looking for a shot to start the game. Just getting to a rhythm, and he was just, like I said, he was being aggressive throughout the whole game. And when you're a great player, you learn from one game, you adjust, and then you turn into something different the next game. He absolutely did that tonight.
Okay, Tanya Ganguli?
I wasn't originally going to ask this, but I'm wondering, you talked about the protests that have been happening everywhere. With your level of fame, it's hard for you to be in public like that. But was there any part of you that wished that you could have been marching?
Yeah, I had my moments. I definitely had my moments. When I felt like, being visible, out there, protesting, things of that nature. And then on the other side also, know how I work as well, and know that I can be just as effective, by the way I work, using my platform, using my voice, doing the things that I've been doing, behind closed doors, to be very effective as well. So there was part of me that was like, I wish I was out there as well, in the front line, for sure. But I'm, know how efficient I can also be, behind closed doors, and a lot of things going on a lot of people don't know, that I'm able to change.
Kyle?
You described this as like one big summer camp, and obviously there's a lot of people here who love basketball, but with these other conversations going on, and a lot of players here being so intimately involved in them, how does that kind of change the social dynamics that you guys are talking about, the issues going on in the world?
There were so many conversations before we got here that, this right here, the bubble, us playing basketball would take away from the main thing. I think it's been the absolute opposite of that. It's given us the opportunity to every single day speak about, feel passionate about whatever's going on in our personal lives and whatever is going on in society, us trying to make a change, being dynamic, being heard, and using this platform, which is the NBA, the most popular game in the world. And we've had that support. We've had that support from the league, from the union, and every player, either if you spoke out or not, has felt like they felt empowered. So if they feel like they want to say something, or they feel like they want to hit on the topic, they don't have to feel pressured. They don't have to feel like they won't be heard, like they won't be supported. And and that's been very. It's been a great thing to see, that we've been able to, as a league and as every individual, been able to voice, their truth.
We'll take a few more questions. Will, you have a couple over there?
Yes. Hey LeBron, Dan Weinke with the LA Times. You guys have played 6 games, if you count the seeding games now. You talked about all the things that are happening in the world. You haven't seen your family. Is it harder to focus on basketball in the bubble, even though that's all there is kind of to do while you're there, or is it easier because of those things?
Once you get on the floor, the game is the game. It's an opportunity to be able to lock in on the situation at hand, the task at hand, and you keep the main thing the main thing. Obviously being away from your family is an unbelievable sacrifice that we're all making, and it's very difficult. We go on the road and we do, we have road games, and sometimes you go on the West Coast, East Coast road trip where you have 11-day road trips, 5-6 games. And sometimes even when you play in the Olympics, you could be away from your family from a little bit because you're traveling from country to country, but nothing has ever compared to this. So it's a huge sacrifice that we're all making. I miss the hell out of my family, my wife, my kids, my mother, and so on and so on. So, it's a huge challenge. It's a huge challenge to be able to stay locked in. Because at the end of the day, when you hit on the floor, you have a job to do. And me personally, I have a job to do to continue to make this team go in the right direction. So I'm able to lock in on that, and then at the same time, keep my family, and keep my loved ones in my heart and my mind as well.
Last question, Mark Medina.
Given the protests that happened the last 2 months, to speak out on systemic racism, good work that you made is going to be doing. What's your overall outlook on what changes can come
Within the next year?
Yeah.
Well, we continue to do what we've been doing here. Every day is its own challenge, as we've seen in 2020. Every day is the unknown, so you try to make the most out of you can make out of that one particular day. So I try to be as great as I could be today, both on and off the floor, and then we go into tomorrow with the same mindset. But we all know that it's a big opportunity coming up in November with the election, and we all have an opportunity. If we say we want change, we have to make change. I think leadership is very, it's a dynamic thing, and it's key to anything in this world. No matter if you're talking about sports or politics or a household, you're running a family, you have to have a leader that can that you feel confident with. So I think November is very huge. That's why I started more than a vote, and getting people out there to understand that their vote does count, that their word is being heard, and hopefully we can get into our community, especially the black communities, because they felt like for so many years voter suppression. You just feel like oppression. You just be like they don't believe that their votes count. They don't believe that they can go and affect change. And that's something that I grew up feeling the same way. I never believed that in a small community, in a black community, that people really listen to you, or that you can actually go cast a ballot and your votes actually counted. So I'm just trying to educate, not only people in my community, but with the likes of so many other athletes and faces, things of that nature. We're trying to educate people all over the world, here in America as well. So, like I said, every day is its own challenge, and that's what 2020 has been like. But in the immediate future, November is huge, and I think we all can say that.